Do you feel confused by all these manifestation rules and methods and are always wondering if you are doing something wrong and how to not ruin your manifestation? Or you just feel exhausted by all these techniques you have been doing and it is still not working? I get you, because this is also what I've noticed in the community and after watching so much manifestation content and what everyone speaks or teaches on manifestation. And I know my head is exploding as well from all these rules and techniques and on how you are doing everything wrong and on why it's taking so long. And that's why I want to make things clear so that you don't forget the core of manifestation and law of assumption while focusing on following techniques to a T, so that you don't ruin your manifestation, because it's not the technique that makes it work, but only you. So when I got into the law of assumption, I already lost count which spiritual awakening is this one. And then I realized that the law is clear and this is literally it. Everything is what you make it to be. It's what you believe or what you assume dominantly that's gonna get projected into the 3D. I also call it the law of return to sender, pitch, because what you put out there, that's what you're gonna get in return. Or who you are, that is going to reflect outwardly. And then I started to binge watch on a ton of manifestation content because I was curious to see also what others have to say and also to get inspired from other success stories and how they manifested it. And after listening to so many different concepts, ideas, experiences, then I realized, besides the fact that my head was exploding, I realized that for someone new that is just barely starting with manifestation, everything is so confusing. And especially because everyone is speaking from their own experience and self-concept, and I'm like, can we please not turn law of assumption into law of attraction 2.0, please? Like all these rules, like, oh, don't do that, otherwise you will delay your manifestation. Or if you don't oversaturate your mind with techniques, then your subconscious mind is not impressed enough, or you haven't visualized properly, or you have too much importance to it and you need to let it go, or your manifestation is on a pedestal and you need to detach and not think of your desire. Or your focus creates and you need to focus on it more, or it's okay if it comes years later, or not. If it's not coming fast, then you're definitely doing something wrong. Or if you just affirm that's not going to work because you are not feeling it real. Like, no, this is just another set of beliefs in themselves drawn from others' observations and experience with it and their own self-concept, and it's not an objective truth except the law itself. Because for me, looking back at my past experiences and how I manifested different things with different techniques, for me it's very clear that anything can work as long as you believe that it works and that you believe that you have it. Like, that's it. I think this is the simplest way to describe this. So you have a desire, and because you can imagine it, it is possible. So then creation is finished. Your desire already exists and is already yours. Then you decide that this is what you're going to experience and to have, and then you just accept it as being yours. It's done. And then all you have to do is to just become that person that already has it or experiences that thing in your imagination and not waver or resist it until it manifests. Like, this is what you have to do in the middle, is to just control your mind and not waver or resist your desire until it's yours. So your awareness is made of what you are dominantly thinking and believing at a conscious and subconscious level. So then you just need to persist in your awareness of you being that person or having it, also called living in the end, until this awareness will be pushed out in the 3D or will collapse into the current reality and will make the ultimate shift. And this is the problem that is pissing me off the most, is this focus on following techniques correctly and making sure the subconscious mind is impressed enough instead of having the focus on already having it and knowing that it's done. And for so many desires, this can be instant. Like you don't even have to put work on your self-concept for this. Your decision is already more than enough. The problem is that if you are more focused on following techniques correctly, besides the fact that you are missing the essence of it, you are also more stressed to make sure that you are not doing something wrong to not fuck your manifestation. But the problem is that you are already f***ing it up by putting so much importance on the manifestation process and not putting your focus on already having and being that person. Like you are not seeing the forest for the trees. And that is because we are limiting ourselves with all these manifestation rules, when in reality, anything can work if you make it to work. What is more powerful instead is in believing that anything works and that nothing can stop your manifestation because you are not letting it to. Because you have decided that it's already yours and because you are persisting in believing that you have it regardless of any rule. It's the belief and the faith that matters the most. And that is the thing, because you don't even have to believe it. Like you just need to live in your imagination as already having it, and that's more than enough. And I know I'm saying all of this because this is what I've noticed in the community and also what others are saying on forums, and I've seen a lot of questions regarding the manifestation process because everyone is so worried to make sure that they are not doing something wrong and not f***ing up their manifestation. And I'm like, well, in that moment, you are already wavering because the fact that you don't believe that you have it, you also don't even believe that what you're doing is right. I think all these extra rules are just adding more resistance to our manifestation. Like, why can't we just free ourselves from all these rules? Or rather just make our own rules and what works the best for us. Like, manifestation is so easy and effortless for me. Like, anything I do works because I make it so, or I can just decide and I have it because it's already mine, or I get my desires so fast and I don't even have to put any work for it. For me, before getting into the law of assumption, I was manifesting with the law of attraction. And even though I did not have that much knowledge about the law, like I was manifesting effortlessly, even though things were unclear. And do you know why? Because I had a lot of conviction in what I was doing, that it was right, that I always get what I want, that everything is happening for me, that I am protected and divinely guided. And then when I got to study more the law of assumption, I've noticed that in this community, so many are so strict on all these rules and on all the reasons on why it's not working, on why it's taking so long. And I'm like, can we just relax? Chill. Anything can work if you make it to work. All the techniques work if you believe in them. I think we are just limiting ourselves too much, and instead what would be better is to just take the path of least resistance and just focus on what makes us feel good and allow us to feel even more in the wish fulfilled, effortlessly. If we add more rules and constraints to it, then it will make it even more difficult for someone new to believe in the law and in themselves. And they will waver a lot more because it will make it more difficult for them to believe in the law, that it is working, to believe in themselves that they will get what they want. They will get lost in all these details and rules, and when are they going to start believing in themselves when this whole process is so complicated? Like seriously, all techniques work. All methods are valid. And you know why? Because you believe that they are working. Like, that's it. It's not the technique that makes it work. It's you that makes the technique work. It's only you that makes the technique work. So you are using the law of assumption to assume that what you are doing will impress your subconscious mind and it will manifest. So you are making a link, a connection between the action of scripting, visualizing, affirming to the result of you having what you want, and that is going to manifest. It's your power behind your belief that you are doing will make it work. And also because when you do this, you shift into the state, into the awareness of having it in the wish fulfilled, and that's what's going to manifest. And that's why I think it's better to just take the path of least resistance and just focus on the things that make you feel more like having your desire in your present moment, or whatever makes you believe more that you have it. You really need to develop this relationship, this trust with yourself, and to be able to use your intuition to select the best method that will work the best for that present moment or for that specific manifestation. You need to optimize this manifestation process to what makes you believe more that you have it and that it will bring it faster to you. The techniques are there to help you to persist and to experience your desire in your imagination. So just use them at your advantage and put more trust and intention behind them. And regardless of anyone says that you are doing wrong, as long as you believe that you have it and that is going to work, nothing can stop you. Plus, another annoying thing that I've realized is that why is so much easier to manifest for others than for yourself? And that is because you have no resistance to it and you are detached. For me, I manifested multiple things for others by just saying it once or twice with conviction, and then not wavering from it, and then it just happened. And then they come back to me like, oh, you were right, this is exactly how it happened. And I'm like, I know. Or you have really good intuition. And I'm like, in my mind, yeah, because I literally manifested it. And yeah, I manifested things for others just by deciding on it. And that's it. I did not have to do stats. I did not have to visualize, robotically affirm, like do nothing. And I'm wondering, like, why am I not applying this more for myself if it works so easy doing it for others? Like, why do we have to struggle so much with so many techniques when all it takes to do is just decide? And I also want to share an example of one of my favorite manifestations for others, for a friend. So we met in a park, and then once we left on our way back home, he realized that he lost his wallet where he had his cards, his ID, other documents, everything. And then he was already freaking out just thinking of the tedious process that he has to go through to just renew all his documents. And then I told him, you know what, let's go back to the park and just search for it. We will find it there. Then on our way to the park, we were crossing the street, and then a car stops in front of us and it had the number 333 on it. And at that time, I was into angel numbers. And I said like, oh, see, it's a sign. 3 is the number of luck. So it's a clear sign that we will find it. And then we searched for it in the park, and it was also dark. And of course, we did not find it. And then I was like, you know what? You have your real name at your Facebook profile. Someone will definitely find it and then will search you on Facebook, and you will see that you will find everything left untouched. And then I just go back doing my own thing. I almost forgot about it. And then 2 days later, he comes back to me. He texts me like, you are right. I just came back from getting back my wallet, and someone indeed found it in the park and then searched me on Facebook and then contacted me to give it back to me. And indeed, like, nothing is missing from it. And I was like, see, I told you that's going to happen. And at that time, I did not realize that I consciously manifested that. Like, I just knew that it would happen like this. But now looking back and deconstructing it, what happened? So I decided with conviction that that is going to happen. I did not waver. I did not resist it. I detached from it. When I said it, I also imagined like the concept of someone finding him on Facebook. And then, yeah, that's exactly what happened. And then I'm like, why am I not applying this more for myself if all it takes is just to decide, detach from the 3D, not waver, and keep it in your dominant awareness, in your focus. And no worries, I am not going to start now a manifest for you service. Like, no, my intention here is to inspire you to recognize your own power and to just get whatever you want, because it's already yours. And can we just stop stop obsessing over time and how fast we get it. The more you focus on having it in the now, the faster it will come. And yes, some people get their manifestation faster than others, and I know it can be annoying, but focusing on time and on where is it is not gonna help, and it will definitely delay it more. So regardless, you have no other choice but then just to focus on having it. Like, you have to understand that once you decided, people are literally moving to get your desire, and the more you waver from it, the more you delay it. And I think this is also another problem, comparing yourself with others' experiences, because if others can get it faster, then we define that as a standard for manifestation, and anything that is not like that, then it means that you're doing something wrong, but you are not. Instead, we should have the mindset like, oh look, it is possible even faster. This means that my manifestation is super close. It can come any minute now. Plus, I know that manifestation is instant, creation is finished, but why this 3D lag? Well, the universe needs this delay because otherwise it will be complete chaos if everything gets whatever they want fast. But things will move on the shortest path possible to get your desire into the 3D. The more you waver, the more you will delay it, because your subconscious mind is like, okay, order is in, let's bring this shit, let's bring them their desire. And then you're like, I don't think I deserve it. Guys, let's pause this. They don't think they deserve it. Okay, you know what? I have it. Okay, now they want it again. Guys, let's bring this shit forward. And then you're like, you know what? I'm just gonna give up. Guys, mission aborted. Let's just bring this goods to someone else that thinks they deserve it. Like, this is literally what you are doing when you are wavering. Like, all you have to do in this middle is to just control your mind and keep your focus on having your desire. That's literally it. And if it is easier for you to think in future tense, then just do that and it will work as well because you said so. If you are having more resistance on affirming in the present tense and makes you feel delusional, then it's so much better to just affirm in future tense, because that will make you believe it more and you will not resist it or waver. Anyway, so that's why I think it's just better to take the path of least resistance and just do what makes you feel more like having it. That's it. I am Anneliese and I am passionate about becoming the best version of ourselves and living our dream life because it's already ours. Thank you so much for watching and stay until the end, and I'm sure that you will love this next video as well. Love you. Bye.